Hello and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess. I'm here with my favorite Underdog fantasy pick and plays for Friday, November 1st, 2024. Also picks for Saturday, November 2nd, and Sunday, November 3rd. So we got picks for the full weekend here for you. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with promo code DailyDog, DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app for a 50% deposit match bonus. That is, if you put $50 on the app, 25 free. If you put 100 on the app, 50 free. If you put 1,000, 500 free. And maxing out, if you put $2,000 on the app, you get 1,000 for free to play with. Obviously, having that much free play helps your chances at returning because you can put together so many more pick'em slips with that added money and added value. All right, let's get right into it though. I got 6 slips we're going to go over in today's show. You can play these however you want. You can do them in the order I give them. You can mix and match picks. Just whatever you prefer, feel free to do it. We are going to start out with College Football Friday. We're going to go Durell Robinson, running back of UConn, to have higher than half of a touchdown against Georgia State. I like his usage in these spots. He's had a couple games where he's been low usage, but those have been against good teams. I don't think Georgia State's that good. I think UConn is just going to run all over them, and I think Durell Robinson is going to be a part of that train running all over them. So give me Durell Robinson here to score a touchdown. Next, we're going to go to Ashton Jeanty of Boise State, higher than 187.5 rushing yards. Crazy thing to say, I know. And San Diego State has played Boise pretty well over the past several years. But I think Boise's acutely aware that Jeanty's Heisman odds went down after his performance versus UNLV. I don't think San Diego State's defense is as good as UNLV's. I think that they are going to want to use him early and often in this game, get him up over 200 yards again, and get his name at the top of that Heisman list. I know that winning conference championships and all that stuff is important to this team. But I think getting that feather in their cap, getting the Heisman to Boise, Idaho would be huge for this program, and I don't think they're going to lose the opportunity because guys like Ashton Jeanty don't come around very often. So I think they're going to get back to using him in this spot in a game that could be a runaway. And on that note, I'm picking Maddux Madsen, the quarterback of Boise State, lower than half of an interception in this match. He's only thrown 2 picks on the year. I don't think that he's going to be putting the ball in a lot of danger in this one. So go Jeanty. These are kind of correlated. Obviously, Madsen has to be throwing the ball a lot to probably throw a pick. The less he throws, that means Jeanty's probably running more. So give me Maddux Madsen lower than half an interception. Again, those were with Durell Robinson of UConn in the earlier college football game, higher than half a touchdown. That's a 5.77x multiplier. All right, NBA for Friday. NBA tonight. And Evan Mobley, higher than 14.5 points. Cavs against the Magic. Paolo Banchero is injured. He's out of there for a little bit. So the congestion inside for the big man, or the wing, I guess, of Evan Mobley is not going to be there. 14.5 points is definitely doable for him. He's done it, I think, every game but the first game of the season so far this year. Give me Evan Mobley higher than 14.5 points with a team that is missing their biggest piece in Paolo Banchero on the other side. Should be a little bit more open for Mobley where he likes to work. Next, we're going to go Domantas Sabonis, higher than half of a double-double against Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. This is the highest total on the board today. Sabonis is a double-double machine. He's a triple-double machine. If you want to put triple-double in this slip, I don't hate it at all. This is the perfect matchup to do it against a team like the Hawks who don't really play defense. It's going to be a great scoring environment, lots of shots, lots of rebounds, lots of assists, lots of points. Give me that Sabonis double-double. And then now we've approached the point where we're getting Rudy Gobert at a plus multiplier to get a double-double. This one is against the Denver Nuggets. Obviously, kind of a new little rivalry brewing there with the T-Wolves and the Nuggets in that Western Conference. Give me Rudy Gobert higher than half of a double-double in this one. I think he's going to get 10 and 10, no problem. That wraps up the NBA slip. 4.47x multiplier for that one. All right, NHL Friday, we're going to keep on using the same NHL strategy that we have been using. It didn't work on Thursday where we're just trying to target all the guys who are super hot right now. It didn't work on Thursday because a lot of the game states were not what I was expecting in a few matchups. I did not expect the Nashville Predators to get butt kicked at home by the depleted Edmonton Oilers without Connor McDavid, but that happened, so that hurt things. I expected the Penguins to maybe play a little bit better against the Ducks, but I didn't expect it to be such a low-scoring game, so that also hurt. So yeah, there was a lot of things not exactly going the way we wanted them to go in that matchup in the NHL world. All right, let's go to tonight's hockey. We are going to go with Kyle Connor of the Winnipeg Jets to have higher than half of a point. He's got 17 points in 10 games this year. He's absolutely on fire. I think the scoring environment will be helpful for the Jets here against the Columbus Blue Jackets, so give me Connor to start off this NHL slip. Next, we're going to go to Artemi Panarin of the Rangers to have higher than half of an assist in this game. He's got 9 assists in 9 games on this this young NHL season. So yeah, I like Panarin's chances here. Give me Panarin on this one as well. Lastly, we're going to go to Nikita Kucherov, higher than 1.5 points on the road at the Wild. Wild coming home from kind of an emotional road trip where Marc-Andre Fleury, one of their emotional leaders, got to play in Pittsburgh. So give me he's kind of the juicer in this one. He's the guy that is a plus multiplier because Panarin and Connor are both favorites to get their points or assists. So give me Kucherov higher than 1.5 points, and this is a 4.21x multiplier. Next, we're going to go to College Football Saturday. Big game here. Ohio State on the road at Penn State. I think Ohio State is going to roll Penn State here. I don't know if that's sharp. I don't know if that's square. I don't really know what the markets are doing. I haven't really looked at it. I know that that's moved a little bit, so I think sharp money is on Penn State plus 3.5, but the hook is gone. Now it's a flat 3. Give me Emeka Egbuka, the leader of this receiving core, this talented receiving core for Ohio State to score a touchdown. Next, we're going to go to Carson Beck in a rivalry game, Georgia at Florida, higher than half of an interception against the Gators. Beck has thrown a lot of picks in big games. This isn't necessarily a big game record-wise. It's not like Florida's a playoff team or anything, but it is still a rivalry game. It still matters. So give me Carson Beck higher than half of an interception here. Next, we're going to go to Isaiah Neyor, higher than half of a rushing plus receiving touchdown, or rushing or receiving touchdown for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I think they're going to roll UCLA. This is a massive juicer. College football slip, 17.96x. So yeah, give me Emeka Egbuka touchdown, Carson Beck higher than half an interception, and Isaiah Neyor higher than half of a rushing plus receiving touchdown, 17.96x multiplier. We're also going to do a UFC Saturday slip here. Rodrigo Nascimento lower than 11 minutes fight time against Alexander Romanov. This is not about Nascimento. He's not really a finisher. Alexander Romanov does not have good cardio. Alexander Romanov weighed in at 290 pounds in a grappling match a few months ago. He's a heavyweight, 265 pounds. He literally has to cut weight to make heavyweight. He doesn't have a gas tank. He is a guy that is trying to get the finish, or he's going to get finished, and he's not in the ring for a long time. He's there for a good time. So let's get lower than 11 minutes, which just means that it needs to be done before the first minute of the third round ends. Next, we're going to go to Jasmine Jasudavicius, higher than 2.5 takedowns. She's a Canadian woman. This fight card is in Edmonton. I love her to get a takedown in every round. She could get multiple takedowns in rounds. I mean, Lipsky is probably going to be maybe get back up after a takedown occurs. But I really love Jasudavicius to get takedowns in every round and win this thing by decision. So give me higher than 2.5 takedowns here. Last one, we're going to go to Derrick Lewis, the Black Beast, higher than half of a finish in his matchup against Jeanty. I love Jeanty. I really like his stand-up game. He's just not a fully developed fighter at this point. He's so young in his UFC career. I cannot imagine him being ready for the power and the technique and the way that the Black Beast can mix things up. So give me Derrick Lewis to 1, win this fight, and 2, do it via finish. This is a juiced up UFC pick'em slip. Rodrigo Nascimento, lower than 11-minute fight time. Jasmine Jasudavicius, higher than 2.5 takedowns, and Derrick Lewis, higher than half a finish. That is 7.08x multiplier. Big juicer there. Next, we're going to go to NFL Sunday, the main event. Everyone loves NFL, fantasy, and everything else. So give me Tua Tagovailoa, revenge game, higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. I say that jokingly. It's not really a revenge game. It is a division game on the road at the Bills. I think the Bills' defense can get got in certain matchups, and this is probably one of those matchups. I think the Dolphins are going to put their best foot forward here. I think potentially the Bills are going to be a little bit slow on D, and I think the wide receivers for the Dolphins might actually finally be unlocked here. So give me Tua Tagovailoa, higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns in this matchup. Next, we're going to go to A.J. Brown, higher than half of a TD. AJ Brown is the favorite target of one of one Jalen Hurts. I think he's going to score a touchdown here. I really do like this matchup for Mr. Jalen Hurts against Jacksonville Jaguars. Their defense is just pretty atrocious, if we're being honest. And they allow a lot of big plays, and I just think that A.J. Brown is a guy that you're getting plus odds on him to score a touchdown, and that's just one you always got to take in that situation. Last one, Sunday Night Football. We're going to go Joe Flacco, higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns against the Vikings. Vikings can get passed on. I don't know if you saw the Rams game 10 days ago, or not 10 days ago, now 8 days ago from the time of this recording. Give me Joe Flacco, higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. This is a 9.08x NFL multiplier on Sunday. 2 at 1.5 passing touchdowns higher. AJ Brown higher than half a TD, and Joe Flacco higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. 9.08x multiplier. Good luck on all the slips this weekend. Hopefully some of these picks help you make some money, but have a good time. Use promo code DailyDog at underdogfantasy.com or on the app, and let's make some money.